Hello, hello, hello. We are here, iSurvivor, Blasket Islands, Blood versus Water with our final 8. Let me link real quick, post this up. All right, my posts have been made. Let me introduce you, the final 8. We have Adam Hassan,
Hello.
Chris Brown, wearing immunity tonight,
Hi,
winning the
Pam.
iSurvivor K-pop challenge as Momo, slaying the masses with his Korean skills. We have Big Daddy D Dan, Joe. We have Mary Beth, who won the second part of the challenge. She's also immune. Chris won twice, and Mary Beth won the luck. So good job with your self-portrait of Adam Hassan. That won you immunity, guaranteed spot in the top 7. Good job. Rose, all day, Miss Rosie,
Hi, everyone.
and Bigger Staff. You need to listen to my instructions. You need to pay attention to when you're off camera, and then you need to hop on camera. Exactly. Why are you denying me your beautiful face? Bigger Staff is saying hello. And unfortunately, Trevor LeBlanc has some prior engagements. He is on standby. He will be voting, but he's not here. You can't drill me, but you guys could talk so much shit about him because guess what? He's not here to defend himself. Let's go. All right, Chris Brown, you are safe tonight.
Yes, I am.
How's it feel, first and foremost?
First of all, it feels amazing. This is not my first rodeo, so I've done a few individual immunity challenges and never won. So I'm very excited about.
So this is
winning
your
one.
first individual immunity challenge over the span of Congo, Tibet, and now?
Yes.
Congratulations, your first individual immunity challenge win. That's crazy. Good job.
Yes.
How much work do you feel like you deserve it? Like, how much work did you put into this?
I literally ate, slept, breathed. Like K-pop is oozing out of my pores right now. Like I feel like I am Momo right now. Like I practice that shit so much. I still hear the song in my head right now. So I'm ecstatic that all that paid off and that I got immunity.
Ariel's on the jury right now. They're watching. Davis, Ariel, Miranda, and Tierra. They're on the jury. They're watching right now. Do you think, because I know Ariel is such a big K-pop fan, do you think she's like excited, looking at, oh, Uncle Chris just slayed the K-pop?
She definitely would be very happy that of all the challenges that I would win, it's the K-pop one. So she probably is laughing hysterically right now in the jury.
So you never made it this far in an iSurvivor game, Chris. I will just state for the record, you've made it into the top 7. 8th place is your best placement. In Congo, you got 8th. In Tibet, you got 10th.
Yep.
And now here you are. The worst you can get is 7th. You never made it this far. And I've seen you mention in the tribe camp here and there, like when I'm mentioning the schedules, you're like, oh, iSurvivor Hell Week. Oop, it's getting real. Never made it this far. Holy, like, has the game elevated for you? Like what's going on?
Yeah, it literally just elevated. Like, it went from 0 to fucking 160 in 2.5 seconds. Just with everything that's gone down, like tonight, there's powers, there's 8 people, we've been through a lot of shit together. Everyone wants to make it another round. So it definitely is picking up a notch. And I actually am kind of excited about it. Like, it's about time. It's day, what are we, like day 30 something? It's about time.
So we mentioned Ariel. She was the most recent person voted out, most recent jury member. How has the game been without her? I mean, you guys spent most of the pre-merge apart, and then you came back, endured all the drama of the early merge, and then, you just start to, really set into the merge, and bam, bam. Were you blindsided? How's the game been without her?
Definitely was blindsided. And I think that Ariel hadn't really found her footing yet in the merge, so I don't really feel like anything has changed
Who do you blame?
drastically.
Who do you blame
Who do I blame?
for her departure?
Well, I think right now there's a divide in this 8, and it appears, we'll find out tonight, it appears that it's 4 people on one side and 4 people on another side. So who I would blame the 4 people that are not with me currently.
All right, so who are those people? Let's go. Name
That
some
would be
names.
Joe, Trevor, Adam, and LeBlanc.
Okay, so I can't help but notice Joe and Trevor, the married couple. Adam and LeBlanc, the best friend, childhood best friend duo. So it seems to me like you and Ariel were the other third remaining pair left. They got rid of
Yeah.
your girl. They banded together to get rid of your girl.
Yeah,
Now, okay, do you expect them to vote together now? We're at 8.
absolutely. I
Okay.
think they will vote together, especially considering like their power is in play now. So I definitely think that they have an upper hand. So this is an uphill battle for me for sure. I couldn't be happier to have this immunity because I definitely would have been fucked if I didn't have it. So I'm ecstatic to have it right now.
All right,
But
now
it's
let's
only
say
one
you don't
shot.
have it next time, Chris, and you become a victim if this foursome is intact. You become a victim. You're on the jury. Let me just throw this at you. There's duos here. It's a final 3. But let me just throw this at you. If this duo makes it of Hassan and LeBlanc, who's the better player at this point? Who are you voting for? Who do you respect? Who is the strong link of that group? And the other one is just, there by default at this point. And if they make it to the end, they're not going to take the recognition. Their partner is. So who's in the limelight of these duos and who's playing for second? And it's yeah, let's go.
For both duos?
Yep, let's start with Hassan and LeBlanc.
Okay. I think that they have different styles of playing, but if I'm perceiving the jury correctly, I think they probably will respect LeBlanc's game more because he has more. He's made more moves, overtly made more moves, and been more out there. And I think that of the people on the jury currently, and the people that presumably will go to the jury if things continue down the same path,
So LeBlanc.
I think yes.
All right, Joe and Trevor. Which one is the shining light of that duo? Which one will be taking the credit at the end of this game if it's both of them there?
They're an interesting duo because I think that they both lack what the other has. I think Trevor is more cool, calm, collected. Joe is more out there. I think right now I probably would give the edge to Joe, but it just depends on how they continue to progress and make moves.
All right, what do you base your vote on tonight?
I base my vote on keeping my ass here. I know I have immunity, but we have a tribal right after this, after we do another immunity. So I vote based on keeping my ass here for that tribal council as well.
Got it. Thank you. Dan, let me throw the same question at you. You're a part of the side that's not in the duos, so you're the singles. I don't have to throw this question at you because guess what? You're not going to be up against Miranda in the end. So, who is the shining light of the Trevor-Joe duo? Whose game do you respect more? Who is playing more of this outwit, outplay, outlast Soul Survivor game?
Well, I think that Joe's been playing more than Trevor. I think that Trevor's been kind of riding our coattails, to be honest with you. And Joe's kind of set up pretty well right now too. So, I mean, she's done a lot of work. She's been playing a really, really good game, and I got to give her props for that.
Heard. And between Hassan and LeBlanc, the best friends, who is the better iSurvivor friend, quote unquote?
I think socially, Hassan has done a lot better making friends and, being social with people. Strategy-wise and being in everybody's ear every second of the day, I think LeBlanc has that down pat. So I think each one has better aspects for different parts of the game.
Got it. Let's not be Switzerland right now. You're on the jury. They're the final 2. At this point in the game, who are you voting for and why?
Between LeBlanc
Hassan and LeBlanc. That was too Switzerland for me, your answer.
At this point in the game,
Who gets Big Daddy's vote?
I would probably have to say Hassan, just because he's been a little bit more nicer to me.
Got
I mean,
it.
their games are pretty equal, and then when it comes down to it, the social would probably overtake the everything else.
Now, Chris, if what Chris is saying is, and what happened last tribal council, like if those dynamics are the same, and if what Chris is saying is the same, Mary Beth's safe, Chris is safe. You and Rosie are the only two not in a couple that are vulnerable right now.
Oh, I'm shaking in my boots because we can push for a rock vote, but they've got 3 powers over there that they just got. They've got a vote stealer, they've got an extra vote, and
At this point in the game, where it's genuinely meant to be 4 versus 4 like it was, would you respect somebody who won a power today and just not randomly, but used it to gain the advantage and just send you home? Would that sting a little bit more?
I think if someone hasn't been doing a lot in this game so far, used a power now to make a defining move, that it would go a long way with the jury, to be honest with, just to be honest with you.
So get a little bit more specific. I kind of understand what you mean, but get a little bit more specific.
Like if someone on that side who hasn't been doing a lot in the game, who hasn't made their big impact in the game, decided to make an impact now and take out a threat that they perceive on their side, I think that would go a long way with the jury because it would show that they're actually trying to play the game.
Yeah, I have an echo. Daniel, that's you. Sorry. Just lower the volume just a second, like a tad. Maybe that echo will go away. Just a tad. Good?
I brought it down.
Nope. You don't got headphones?
No. I have headphones, yeah.
How many weeks have you been in iSurv1vor, Big Daddy? So much
How's
better.
that?
No. Is everybody else muted? I can't function. Okay. Big Daddy. I can't. Can you mute real quick?
Yeah.
Hey? No, it's not. Are you muted? Everybody say a word right now. Hello? Yeah, somebody just fucked up and muted. Guys, I'm going to hang this up. I'm going to random.org the winner because I don't have, like, you guys know I've already been through enough bullshit. You guys need to listen. All right? Hi, viewers. This is Sandy Annoyed. I get fucking annoyed when my cast at the final 8 doesn't know how to listen. I hate people who don't mute your mic. This is not me going crazy. If you want to play iSurvivor and you make it to the final 8 and you make it to iSurvivor week, prepared to take this motherfucking shit seriously. Because guess what? I just interrupted Tribal Council to tell my final 8 something that I told them before we went live. Big Daddy D, you can unmute.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Shocking that the fucking echo is gone. It only took me pausing Tribal Council to get shit squared away, huh? So, Big Daddy D, I wanted you to get a little bit more specific because you're saying if somebody wants to make a defining move, now would be the time. Well, if you want to throw it out there, like if you have no option, like guess what? It's either you or Rose, right? Name names. Call it out. Like. Be like, guess what? If you think that this is Joe's time to make a defining move, say it. State your reasons why. Let's go.
I don't think Joe needs to make the defining move. I think she's been playing a pretty good game.
I need you to be specific about what you said earlier. You said if somebody wanted
to. Well, if LeBlanc or Trevor wanted to make a big impact, I mean, it's a toss-up between Trev1vor and Hassan right now, like I said. So if he made his defining move now, maybe that would put him over Hassan. If Trevor wanted to make a move with his power, I just said that, he hasn't been playing as well a game as his wife. So he's been kind of trailing behind. If he made a big move right now, maybe that would win the jury over. There's 2 people who, in my opinion, aren't going to win this game unless they do something.
Mm-hmm. And Trevor Biggerstaff being one of them?
Biggerstaff and LeBlanc. If one of them wanted to make a move right now and do something.
Well, I can't ask LeBlanc a follow-up question to that, Mr. Dan, but I can ask Mr. Biggerstaff, and I'm going to assume of the 4 people in your duels alliance, Trevor, according to people that I just asked who are not in your alliance, who are playing singly, bro, you need to pick it up if you're going to win this game. And if you keep on doing what you're doing, guess what? You're playing for second, homie. How do you feel?
Um, that's kind of an opinion. I mean, that's just
I mean, well, I just asked 2 people who if you vote them out eventually throughout the game, will make up the jury. Those are 2 opinions, 2 votes that you cannot afford to not have.
yeah. I mean, I
So guess
understand
what?
there.
Like you need to. It's also this game is about playing, getting furthest. But when we're on the jury, you kind of have to cater to the people you're voting off and earn their respect. And I'm lucky, you're lucky enough to being called out on day 33, where you have 6 days left to make a better impression. So if your alliance goes to the final 4 by 2 people's words of mouth, it's not looking like you're getting their vote. How are you going to change that?
Um, well, the problem with doing what Dan suggested is I don't know what his plans are going forward. So if I were to make, like, let's say I made a big move tonight and took out somebody that I'm working with, then who's to say I'm not next? You know, maybe they might capitalize on now having a number advantage on me
So do
and
you
take me
think,
out. I'm
hey,
just worried about it. Yeah, I'm worried
so
about
do
it.
you think nothing really solid or that benefited you really going forward was presented? So therefore, what Dan is saying doesn't really affect you too much because even if I did make the move he was making, guess what? You guys, meaning the singles, didn't provide anything for me to fall back on. So I'm going to stick with my core right now and try to prove you wrong type of mentality.
It's uh, it's one of those things where it'd be a gamble and it would either pay off big or I crash and burn. So it's something I'd have to think about. It was something that have to be presented to me, you know, a long time ago, not last ditch effort because it comes off a little desperate.
You don't think it's a gamble to stick with people that, quote unquote, potential jury members are saying you're going to lose to? That's not a gamble in your opinion?
It is a gamble, but it's you know, it's an educated guess versus like a last minute scramble kind of thing. So
All right.
it's just, I prefer to map things out and plan them out as I go, not to
All right, but
react
what we're
react
getting at is the
emotionally.
things that you're mapping out aren't gaining the respect
Yeah,
of other people, Trevor.
I know it, but it's a long game. Game's not over yet. Maybe
All
by the
right,
time I
well,
get there,
okay.
maybe
You
if I
just,
get there.
I don't think, I'm just trying to prove point. And I mean, I would stop badgering you about it if the replies were satisfactory. So let me move it over to
Yeah, I want to hear somebody
yeah,
else's thoughts.
yeah. That's exactly. Let me move it over to Rose, and then we'll do it to Mary Beth. Same type of situation, Rose. They have powers. The couples have powers. You're at their mercy. You and Dan are the ones not immune. Now let's throw the same situation. Just let's pretend you are voted out right now. You're already voted out, Rose. Tonight, it's fast forwarded. You're on the jury right now. Out of the duos, who are you going to go to the jury and be like, oh, okay, between the married couple, this is what's going on. Between the best friends, this is my take. Out of the 4, this one has no shot in my opinion. Break it down for me from your perspective. If you were the one on the jury right now, speak to me as if I'm the jury members. If I'm Kiera,
When
if
you
I'm
say
Davis.
when you say like that, I say this one has no shot.
Mhm.
Do you
It's just in your opinion, okay?
like my
So
vote?
there's
I'll
like,
never get my vote,
yeah,
or
yeah. In the end, say you're on the jury, you're voting for them. There's going to be 3 people, but let's just pretend, for circumstance purposes, that it's a final 2 season, all right? And each situation is Joe and Trevor in the final 2, and Asana and LeBlanc in the final 2. Let's break it down there. If you're on the jury, who are you pushing for
um.
to win?
Oh, that's really difficult.
Joan, I mean, Rosie, you spent 33 days with these people already. If they all choose to vote you out tonight, you're definitely going to have a reason to vote for somebody.
Right. So basically, you want me to say who I like better in each pair?
Well, yeah, well, who you like better, who you've gotten to know. The 3 concepts of Survivor are outwit, outplay, and outlast. So if you're going to be a juror who's going to award the winner by who like encompass those 3 qualities of Survivor between the 2 pairs, which one do you think outwit, outplayed, and outlasted the best if you were to cast your vote on that alone? Hypothetical.
just on that stuff because
Yes. Yeah, I know there's
yeah,
way
because like
more, way more. Because
I get
who did
along
he
with.
ask?
I think I genuinely get along with everyone here very well. I think so. Like I don't think I really have problems with
Didn't you
anybody.
get Miss Likeable? Most likable?
Well,
So I think so.
I don't really, I honest, truly don't have anything bad to say about anyone.
Hmm.
But if I was just gonna do it on like who's like more with Adam and LeBlanc, I think it's easy. I think Adam's much more of a player, although LeBlanc did put a lot into his music videos. I think Adam just seems more like he's a competitor, like into the game. LeBlanc and I like bullshit a lot. We don't ever really talk games, so I just don't see that side of him a lot.
Hmm.
So I
Okay,
would say
thank you.
Adam's more like in it to win it, kind of.
Perfect. And now,
Um,
um,
and with Joe and Trevor, it's the same way. I get along with both of them really well, and I've played with Joe longer, so I've seen her definitely in it to win it longer. And Trevor and I, whenever we're supposed to have a call and talk about something, we end up talking about like Justin Bieber and stuff. So I don't know if that's their way of like they don't want to work with me, so I just don't get to see how they play.
uh-huh.
But yeah, so I would say that Joe and Adam are just like more like in it to win it players.
Okay. I'll come back to you in a little bit. I just wanted to touch base with that. Mary Beth, let's
Okay.
go quick. Same question. We've been through it 4 times. You're a single. I want to see it from your perspective.
I would vote LeBlanc in the end for me because I feel like he's played a stronger game socially, and Joe definitely over between Joe and Trevor because I think she's played like 100% since day one.
All right. So, Chris, who did you say between Joe and Trevor?
Joe.
And Daniel, who did you say between Joe and Trevor?
Joe.
And Mary Beth, just for refresh my memory real quick.
Joe.
And Rosie, refresh my memory real quick.
Joe.
All right. If the jury was of 7 people, Trevor, you wouldn't be winning. How do you not see
I
that?
know. I
So
do
what are
see
you
that.
going to do to win? Or are
I
you
don't
just going to
know.
accept the fact that, hey, I'm not going to win this game?
No, it's not like that. I mean, this is a long, like I said, there's a long game left to play.
Trevor,
So
there's
right
not a
now they
long
might
game
feel
left to
that
play.
way.
Trevor, there's 6 days left. There's less than a week. This is not long. You could tell me there's a long game left to play on day 18. I'm not buying it. Right now, I feel like you're not going to win because you can't even answer. I'm not even as hard as the jury, bro.
I feel like you're looking for a specific answer from me.
I'm just looking
And
for you to defend yourself better. Here's the thing. When I'm satisfied, I wouldn't badger. I'm about to move on because I'm not satisfied, and I'm going to let the jury and the people here at Tribal Council let it be what it is. I just want you to make yourself look
well,
good.
okay, well, all I'm saying is like you may feel that way now, but as the game progresses, you might change your mind. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it at that.
All right.
The
Thank you.
game is afoot.
All right. Say that. You heard that, guys? He said the game is afoot. It's still game to play. Don't cross him out just yet. But Joe, let's go to you, Joe. How does it make you feel that 4 people sitting here who are not in your alliance, who quote, if you stuck with your alliance, you're probably going to vote all these people out. Yet, at least between your husband, they just said it for the record. They're respecting your game. You're better at winning playing out lasting Trevor in Blood versus Water, Blasket Islands this season. How does that make you feel?
I think it's awesome, but at the same time, like definitely I feel like I've worked hard in this game, but I feel like also what the reason why people would pick the way that they have is because they want to put a bigger target on me or Adam because he got more votes than LeBlanc. So I feel like it might be something where it's like let me paint a target on this person's back to where maybe they can get out quicker. I don't know. Maybe they do respect my game and what I've done, but at the same time, I don't know. This is a game, and you have to outwit people, and you have to confuse them and make them think you're doing something else. So.
Would you be shocked right now, or tonight if you were voted out, if after this whole conversation that talks about you being such a great game player, would you be shocked? Like if when I read the vote, not even read the votes, just reveal the blind NFL was Joe, the tribe has spoken.
No, I actually wouldn't be surprised. Like people think that there's a solid line, like there's 4 against 4, but there's only that solid line in like specific people's minds, because I know I've reached out to multiple everybody that's here and have
Mm-hmm.
tried to have some type of conversation
Mm-hmm.
or try to work with them in some way, shape, or form. I've given a little to get a
Mm-hmm.
little,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been shut down on every single time. And I feel like, I think the line was drawn more by that side and the concern on that side than there was, and it's kind of just like pushed us into this like foursome that everybody thinks that we're together and we're going to vote together all the way to the end and we're going to be the four at the end. That wouldn't even work out. How do you go to the end with four, like two couples? Like, are you going to have like go to rocks and final four? Like, no, like that's stupid.
Final four doesn't go
So,
to rocks. If you tie at the final four, you go to a tiebreaker. But it's pretty much the same thing.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, people can believe that they can put me into a basket if they want to put me into a basket, but
Right.
it's
So
their
Chris,
own as well.
Chris, but I want to see raise of hands. Chris, Dan, Mary Beth, Rosie. So she pretty much said you guys can think, but how stupid is it to go to the final four with two couples? Like, it's probably not going to happen. Do you think this is smoke being thrown, or do you think that this is actually truth and that there's hope for you guys, if not tonight, in the future for one of you singles through Joe? Just raise your hands if you think that's honesty, that you think that she is genuine about there's no way the four of us are going to be in the final four. Is that honest from Joe? Raise your hand. Okay. Mary Beth, was that your hand raised? Okay. So Chris and Dan, you didn't raise your hand. All right. Let's hear from Dan. Disingenuous or what?
I don't know if it's disingenuous, to be honest with you, but my thing is, she says this and she says it at tribal council when everything's already planned, but there's been plenty of time. We've been doing this round 10 for, 4 days now?
Mm-hmm.
For any one of them to come up. And I know I personally had conversations with all four of them, pitching them ideas. So the opportunity was there. If it was going to happen, it was going to happen. So, I mean, I guess we'll see what happens at the vote, but if they all vote together, it's kind of clear that they're all together, because they could make a move on each other right now. They have 4 singles. We're all looking for a way out of this tribal council. If they want to make a move, I think we're open to it. I mean, we're all 4 ready to go to rocks because we don't think we have an option other than to go to rocks. So if they want to make a move, all they got to ask is who we're voting for, and then one of them can make a move.
I want to quickly give Trevor a chance to defend himself. I don't want to make him feel like I was bullying him. But Trevor, I see your train of thought, okay? There's no point in me switching right now. I'm in a strong 4. We're all couples. There's no reason for, I want you to just, again, state your case, bro. I'm on your side, okay? Defend yourself. Why? Whether it's too late, nobody made a good argument. I just want you to state the record. I don't want you to feel like I'm picking on you.
Too late? No, I don't think it's too late. Probably too early, if anything. To make you got to get to the end of the game. And you got to make a big move, and then that way you have a case.
Make it worth it, though. You don't want to make a big move for no reason.
You make a big move and get voted out next round. That's stupid.
Now, what about what your wife said?
I think there's some truth to that. I think a lot of people are trying to paint Adam and Joe as being these big threats, and to try to sway me or Trevor. That was weird. Me and the other Trevor over to
That's what I've been waiting for.
So,
that's what I've been waiting for you to say.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what Joanne led me to that.
So yeah, I mean, it's tribal council, bro. It's supposed to make you slippery of the tongue, not be able to get your thoughts out. So I'm glad you finally got it out.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good job. Love you, mean it.
Thank you.
Hassan, you put up a valiant effort. Your picture of LeBlanc. Ooh, Adam. Somebody or everybody mute. It's not Adam.
I just unmuted.
No, that might be Trevor. Trevor, did you mute again? Hello? I can't deal with my life.
He's muted.
All right, thank you.
It shows that everybody's.
I don't hear an echo. Oh, maybe I do.
Maybe it's mine.
Are you on full volume? Lower it a little.
Yeah. Here, let me lower it.
Yeah,
does that make a difference?
Yeah, it does. Perfect. I don't hear it now. Thank you. All right.
You're welcome.
So, Mr. Hassan.
Yes, sir.
How did you enjoy this K-pop week? Let's first start that off.
Yeah, the K-pop week was pretty interesting. It was fun. I really enjoyed getting into that song. It was pretty enjoyable. The drawing I thought was probably my better strong point, just because I'm not the best dancer in the world, but I still had fun with it and did the
Yeah,
best that I
you
could.
did slay that drawing. How long did you work on it?
Took about like 3 hours, I think, in total.
Do you think you placed where you should have placed?
I think I maybe could have done better, but I'm not going to criticize the judges, especially in case they're watching this.
So, what did you leave with tonight in terms of your gifts?
I believe that I have a vote block,
Which is
I
what?
think. That allows me to block someone's vote, I
When
think.
when they vote you, the first vote at Tribal Council that you ever see that says Hassan, you have the option of
Blocking it.
blocking it, and I'll throw that into the fire. Do you feel a little bit comfortable in this situation, knowing that, hey, there's a big chance of a tie? If I have
Yeah, I
this
mean,
vote blocker, guess what? I'm probably not the one they're gonna vote.
yeah, it makes me feel fairly comfortable now, knowing that I have that protection. So I'd be surprised if I was the one leaving tonight.
Right before it
But you
was
never know.
official, right before Mary Beth made her decision, she almost took your thing, and
I know.
you almost got a random 20 HP. How'd you feel about that?
Well, the random 20 HP, I don't know if it's going to make a big impact later on, but the present moment, I much rather have the vote blocker.
So we have a bit of a mixed reaction. I still hear an echo. Lowered a little bit, Hassan.
It could be me. My volume's really low, so I don't know why it's doing
All right, make it higher. Maybe it was me.
that. Okay.
Anyway, okay. Fuck. This echo makes me so distracted. I'm like a bird. I can't do it.
But it says everyone's muted, so I don't know why it's doing this.
I know your headphones are ghetto. Can you get real ones?
These are Bose headphones.
Well, get better ones.
No, I don't know why it does that. Let me see.
Mr. Hassan, but you got a pretty good feedback in terms of like, you know, a little bit better than Trevor and his feedback against his duo. Does it make you feel that people are like, yeah, Adam's actually playing the game, you know, he's super social, and yeah, if we had to take a vote right now, I'd vote for him over LeBlanc.
Mhm. Well, it actually doesn't make me feel better about the game because it puts a bigger target on me, I would imagine. So, I mean, I think their responses at this point, it doesn't really have an impact because everyone at the end, whoever makes it to the end, is going to have an opportunity to explain themselves and let the jury know why they deserve it. So, I think people making these points at this point is just to kind of sway people to turn against each other. It's not so much to let us know who they're voting for.
What are you basing your vote on tonight, Hassan?
I'm basing my vote on who I feel would be the smartest person to take out of the game at this point to give myself the best position moving forward.
You're really well spoken. Why are you so cute?
I don't know.
Rosé. All right, tell these people.
Yes.
Chris can get voted out. Mary Beth can't vote it out. So tell these people, the couples, save me. Why should you stay over Dan? If the real motive is to eliminate one of you guys from their side.
Oh, so we're pretending that this 4 versus 4 thing is a thing?
Yeah, it's legit, and we're pretending that they're voting for either you or Dan. Like, that's it. So just say, why should you stay? And just speak for the record, even if that wasn't the situation, why should you stay?
Okay, so both scenarios. Well, I should stay in that scenario because I don't have any special power. I actually have like a defect for next challenge. So I'm the most not threat you can have, and I don't have blood. I'm pretty much close with everyone, which makes it like that there's no one that I adamantly need out or adamantly need to stay. So anyone you want to vote who's not me, I'm probably the person to go to, and I'll be on board if you want to get a majority. So like for that. And then just in general, again, I pretty much get along with everyone. So without Andrew here, it's not like I'm definitely doing something with him. I don't really have anyone to scheme with. So if I tell you that I'm going to vote with you, I'm probably being honest.
All right.
Just another vote for you.
Mary Beth,
Yes.
you're safe tonight.
Mhm.
How do you think like you'd be shitting bricks with this, tie scenario that's potentially happening, or everybody trying to either pull a single to the couple side, or the singles trying to break up a couple, throw 'em to bring them on their side? Like, would you be shitting bricks right now if you weren't safe?
Yeah, definitely.
How's it feel to have immunity? In the top 7 of iSurv1vor.
Wonderful.
I know how excited you were to make the merch. How's it feel?
Good. I mean, I like just highly respect this game, so it feels like awesome to be in top 7.
It's a really
Starting
good,
at like
it's a
24.
really, really, really fucking good thing. Top 7, especially in a season like this, where people are trying to cheat to win. Like, you're still here, and you go, girl. Congratulations. Your picture of Hassan was epic.
Thank
One of my favorites. It looks just like him. I think the picture is actually cuter than he is. It's just creepy. What are you basing your vote on tonight, honey bunny?
I'm honestly still deciding it, but I'm going to base it on what betters my game in the end.
Does anybody else have anything to say? Because I really don't need to talk to Mary Beth. She's safe. She kind of, stated what she needs to. And she's really good at shutting me up by just, being really good Switzerland, not a bad Switzerland. Does anybody have anything else to say? Trevor, anything?
Me?
Yeah, you, Trev.
Why do you keep coming back to me?
Well, no, because you were the first one, so I said, do you have anything left to say? And then literally I'm going to the left. So you're the first one. You're all the way to the
Okay.
right.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, I don't have anything to say.
No,
Thank
you're
you.
good? All right, you're welcome, buddy. Rose, this is your last opportunity before we get to the vote.
Don't vote me, please.
Sandy, I got something to say.
All right, perfect, Dan. What's up, Big Daddy?
You asked Rose why they shouldn't vote for her, but you never asked me.
Dan, why should they vote for you? Good, good, good. You call me out, motherfucker. This is what I love about Tribe Council. He's paying the
I'm
fucking
just-
attention. No, you're awesome. Why? Tell me, why?
Well, Rose has literally spent 0 HP, and I don't know how they're going to impact the vote going forward. I don't know what they're going to be used for,
Ooh,
but
they're
you've already
coming
said
up.
they're going
They're
to be used.
coming up, guys. They're coming. Fuck out.
So, and like legitimately everybody on the jury besides Miranda hates me, and she might even hate me too. Who knows? And Rose is so likable. Like,
Wait,
if you
can I
bring
just
her
say, if I was
and
your
she ends
wife?
up getting to the end.
Wait, pause real quick. 2 seconds. Sorry, but if I was your wife and you wrote on my fucking wall, I'd hate you. So continue.
It's right there. See?
School no more. That's epic. Okay, but so you were saying even your wife might
But
hate you.
honestly, like, she's got a better social game than me. She's got a lot of hit points. I don't know how many exactly, but I know she's got a lot of hit points, and I don't know how that's going to impact the game going forward, but it is still part of the game. And, she doesn't have anyone to scheme with. She said, well, I don't have anyone to scheme with either. So, like, I'm literally talking to everybody, just like she's probably talking to everybody. So, I mean, for me, I don't see why you would want to keep a jury thread around over a non-jury thread.
All right, Mr. Dan. Does anybody have to response to Dan in terms of his argument against why he should stay if it were him or Rosie as the 2 people that would be receiving the couple's votes and their powers and whatever else is going down tonight? Chris Brown, any last words, sir?
I'm still thinking. Come back to me last.
Heard. Miss Biggerstaff. If you're talking, you're muted.
I'm having technical difficulties. I'm sorry.
Hi. You got anything to say? I see you. I hear you. You're perfect.
I don't think that I do. I just Yeah,
What?
I don't know.
Joanne, you don't have anything to say?
Well, you cut me off earlier, and I was like in the middle of something, and then you went to somebody else, like while I was
Well,
talking, and like I forgot what I
we'll
was talking
rewind
about.
that. We'll rewind that because I promise I let you speak for at least 3 minutes
It
before I cut
doesn't
you off.
matter how long I'm talking. We're in tribal council, and I have a vote.
You sure you don't have anything else to say? You've
No.
heard your name thrown around. You've heard Rose's reasons as to why she should stay. You've heard Dan's reasons as to why he should stay. And then you've heard Hassan say, "Hey, some of this is probably just, you know, a lot of smoke and mirrors to get people to flip." Anything to say about any of this? You're
No.
lucky question and answer ceremony's over because somebody's vibrating like a motherfucker, and that's when I random.org this entire rest of this game tonight. But you're lucky Tribal Council is over almost. So, Joanne, on that, before you hear another vibration, oh my the guys, it's time
I
to
don't.
motherfucking vote. Let's go.
I'm sorry. My mom is texting me, and I don't know how to turn it off. I'm
Nope.
sorry. It's my
No.
mom.
Sorry. It's over. It's time to vote. Everybody make their way over to Skype. Find your PM to me. Hassan, you're up. Time to vote. Mr. Biggerstaff, Trevor, you're up. Time to vote. Rose, all day. You're up. Chris Brown, PM me the name of the person you want to send home. Big Daddy D, Dan. Mary Beth. Joe. And Trevwell. I'll go tally the votes. All right, give me a second. Ten seconds to this person who's straggling. Okay. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. I always say that. They're not red. Once the black urn is black. Look at me getting all my twists from 20,000 seasons confused. Once the hidden urn is revealed, The decision is final. Adam, you have a vote, at least one vote in this container. Would you like to burn it or no? Save your reward. Did you answer?
I didn't answer.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'll think about it.
I'll save it.
Okay. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The Black Urns reveal will crown the 5th member of our jury. We have a tie. Adam, Hassan,
Yes.
Dan, you both have been involved in this tie. I will give you one last opportunity to talk to these people. Either convince them or go into another deadlock. Somebody has to flip. No powers are eligible. If there isn't a flip, Adam's safe. Dan is safe. Chris is safe. Mary Beth is safe. And we will go to a purple rock. Daniel, the floor is yours.
Well, you guys all heard through
I
the
need you guys to mute if you're not Daniel.
We good?
You're good.
All right. Well, as you guys heard throughout the tribal council, people do respect Adam's game, and you heard Joe too say they want to make a move at some point. Well, you have your chance now. Um, I am probably going to provide very little threat on the jury. You know Adam's at the social game. You don't want to go to the final 4 as 2 teams. If it deadlocks again, the only people that are eligible for the Black Rock are Trevor, Joe, LeBlanc, and Rose. That's 3 people from the couple side versus 1 person from the single side. There's a 75% chance one of you guys goes home. So don't fuck around. Just take a chance now and get it done.
LeBlanc. Sorry. I was messaging LeBlanc to revote. Hassan, floor is yours.
Sorry, what was my to convince?
Oh, yeah, bro, you're in a tie right now. It's nobody flips. Well, if nobody flips, good for you. If somebody flips, bad for you. We'll see. Go.
All right, so I pretty much would assume who would have voted to kick me out of the game or vote me out of the game. So I'll just say that you're gonna have to change your vote, otherwise you're gonna risk yourself leaving. So, and the odds would not be in your favor. So I would recommend that you do change your vote, otherwise you're just gonna risk that you go home yourself.
Okay. Thank you. Chris Brown, I need your revote now. Joe. Rose. Trevor. And Trev, whoa, LeBlanc. Once the black urn is revealed the vote, the decision is final. Hassan, begin to bring me your torch. The tribe has spoken. Time for you to go.
Wow. Thanks, guys. It's been a good game.
It's off to the jury, Hassan.
All right. Perfect. Good luck, everyone.
Good game.
Good game.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good game, bro.
All right, guys. Just like that. Somebody didn't want to risk going to rocks. Send us on packing. 7 of you are left. 7 of you are left. Soon to become 6. Take it easy.